tweeting about Congressman Cummings and his city.
Cummings' district includes most of Baltimore and is majority black. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi swiftly condemned the tweets as racist.
I left my community of Baltimore, a drug-infested area.
Welcome to this week's Wacky Moments of Liberal Expression. This was a week of rats and racism in the leftist media. President Trump tweeted that Representative Elijah Cummings' district in Baltimore was crime and rat infested, which is true. The city has issues with both. But rather than admit that, the leftist media screamed what they always scream. Racism!
President Trump is once again attacking a leading person of color in Congress, igniting another firestorm and bringing more charges that he's using race to try to divide Americans for political gain.
I think we can't let that get lost. This is all about him, and the president knows he sparks a race, does this racial division business, which is what he does quite a bit.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi swiftly condemned the tweets as racist, tweeting, "We all reject racist attacks against him."
So what's racist about the truth? The media claims the racism was coded in the word infestation.
Infested. That's usually reserved for references to rodents and insects, but we've seen the president invoke infestation to criticize lawmakers before.
And he's now doing everything but using the N-word and being, the code has been thrown out. This is all now explicit race baiting.
Yes, it seems the leftists have a team working hard to crack all of Trump's secret coded messages because they know what he really means. Maybe they have their own team of Native American code talkers working on it at this moment, or at least some reasonable facsimile.
We live in a country now where the president is advancing environmental racism, economic racism, criminal justice racism, healthcare racism.
There's racism all over the place, except when Elijah Cummings says pretty much the same thing that the president does.
This morning, I left my community of Baltimore, a drug-infested area.
See, that's not racist because Trump didn't say it. Because it's much better to have the opportunity to scream racist than to make Democratic candidates answer real questions at the debates this week. So CNN's Don Lemon made sure to set it all up for them.
We want to turn now to the issue of race in America. Senator Klobuchar, what do you say to those Trump voters who prioritize the economy over the president's bigotry? Harris, thank you very much. Senator Bennett, a question for you. Why are you the best candidate to heal the racial divide that exists in this country today, which has been stoked by the president's racist rhetoric?
I think I might be seeing a recurring theme that the left is pushing here. But it's not just Trump. If you support the president for any reason, say you like the idea of saving babies, well, the media says...
Vote for Donald Trump and you're a racist. Americans who vote for the president because, let's say, they are firmly pro-life, they are racist because they believe he's right on that issue, and whomever the eventual Democratic nominee is pro-choice. That pro-life voter is a racist because they vote for Donald Trump? I think so.
The leftist media is dictating that there's only one way you can prove that you are not a racist, other than being Elijah Cummings. The path that they offer is to vote the way that they tell you to.
The answer to your question is that there are a lot of white Americans who don't want to think of themselves as racist.
Right.
And this is why a lot of them voted for Obama. They were like, I'm going to show,
like the feeling of
I'm going to show that I'm not a racist. And if they can be convinced that even if you are not a racist, if you vote for a racist, it's giving aid and comfort.
Yeah, Trump voter racism is the fake news they want to push. Sure, there's other issues to discuss, but there's only one way to make the Democratic operatives that surround the media proud of their mouthpieces.
I get that I don't want to have a long conversation about ideology and racism, and as a black person, I will say that, right? I want us to talk about the economy and our vision and how we're going to win. At the same time, it's so important in these moments that we call it out. I'm particularly proud of the way that folks on this network have done that.
Yeah, I'm sure she is.
I'm particularly proud of the way that folks on this network have done that.
That wraps us up for this week. I'm Eric Shiner for MRC-TV. Thanks for watching, sharing, and subscribing. We'll be back with more media wackiness next week.